My precious. Oh, my precious. Oh, sorry, didn't see y'all there. I didn't realize y'all were there. Just ignore me, just out here, looking at some stones here. And, yeah, anyways, welcome back, everybody. This is, Season 5, Episode 4 of Feeding the Next Gen Roleplay, and, that might be a little embarrassing. I know, if y'all didn't notice by that, I kind of have a thing for these rocks. I really want these rocks. I really want to turn them into lime, but I haven't quite figured out how to pick up stones off of fields I don't own. And that's actually what I'm going to try to do here. Let's go ahead and look at that contract, get it accepted, and see if we can steal those stones. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's field 34 that I was just kind of looking over really weirdly. But yeah, that's field 34. Really big field, really huge payout. They want us to plant some rye, and I believe my cedar planter I have right now can already do that. I hope it can, because I'm not leasing their stuff. Let's go ahead and accept this contract. It's going to pay out $101,000. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, before I do the planting, I want to see if I can pick up those stones. I really, really hope I can, or I'm going to be very disappointed, because that's all this episode was about. I just want your rocks so bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of other things to do besides pick up those rocks. We also got to take care of our fields as far as doing liming. I believe that's all we got left to do to our fields until planting season comes up next year. I can't remember exactly when that is. I think March, possibly. I do know it's sometime in the springtime. And when I say planting season, I mean for potatoes, because we are potato farmers out here. Even though we do have a crop field out there, but that's just to feed those dumb old chickens over there. For the moment of truth, we're about to try this out. Now in the field, got it lowered. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and it says you don't have access to this land. Yes, I do. Come on, you've got to be kidding me. I'm working on this field, field 34. Gosh, that's no fun. I really wanted those rocks. Question is, how bad do I want those rocks? Because I might actually just buy the field. I don't know. What happens if I cancel the contract? What if I just buy it and flip it? Buy it, sell it back after I get the stones. That would be kind of weird. That's definitely not the type of field flipping y'all used to seeing, probably. I'm going to give it a try. Let's go ahead and cancel this contract right here. You'll lose all payments. Okay, well, I don't expect to get any payments. I didn't pay anything. Failed. I don't like it saying failed, but oh well. It's all good. Let's go ahead and buy that field now. I don't know how much it costs. Probably way too much. $784,000. Ooh, man. This is not a good idea, but I'm not full of good ideas. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and borrow a bunch of money. I'm going to have to do the spacebar a lot, so I'll see y'all in a second once I get up to that, like $800,000. I just went ahead and kept going. Don't know if y'all can tell on the bottom right there, but our loan balance now is $2 million, and the balance in our bank account is $946,000. So with that $946,000, let's go ahead and buy this field 33. Is that still flashing? Oh, yes, it is. Like, is that going to say I'm doing a contract over there or what? I don't know. Let's buy that. And then, of course, let's go over there and get those stones. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and plant something on it. I don't know what yet. And, you know, we might not even plant anything quite yet because there's all these little strips inside this field. And, you know, I don't like that stuff. So I might even those out. Huh. Well, I don't know what I mean by evening out. I might take those out. That's what I mean. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our plow out. We're going to do a little bit of plowing. And gosh, I really need to get something else going. I really want these rocks, so change of plans here. I'm not going to keep this field. I'm just going to go ahead and flip it for the rocks. Yeah, that's definitely something y'all have probably never seen. I don't know. I know I've never seen it. Let me know in the comments if this is the first for y'all, but I'm going to go through here, go ahead and knock this out myself, because even putting it on a course play would probably take quite a bit longer with all the curves and turns it needs to make with the way this field's designed. But before I start this up and get going, I mean, I'm going to get going here just for a second. But before I get too far into it, I'm actually going to need to start up a worker on some of my other fields doing some liming. To do that liming, we'll just go ahead and put away this planter. I don't think I need it anymore. And where did I have this stored? I believe I had it stored in this one over here. Go ahead and get those doors open, which works out pretty good because there's my lime equipment right there. And that's what I'm after. Here's a little bit of an issue. The rain is starting to come in. I believe it's actually supposed to rain all the way up till like 1500 on this game. So 3 p.m. if y'all didn't know that. And that's 3 hours if y'all didn't know the math there. But I'm going to keep working away at this. Hopefully my worker's still going over there. I got the course play going for liming. It hadn't said it stopped. I did get rid of that rain paint mod because it caused way too many paints for me. But I'm really excited to see how much stones I get off here and how much lime I can turn that into. And I will even compare that to the profit of what I'll make from that lime, just so I understand how much profit I'm making flipping this field. I think it'd be pretty fun and interesting. Well, there might be a little bit of an issue here. I did fast forward time, rain stopped. and got our first finished worker done. But that is not the issue. The issue is, even though I don't have the rain pains mod anymore, I do have some sort of mud mod, gives some realistic mud, and it's kind of sinking down in there in the mud, but hey, it's actually taking off a lot better than I thought it would. I thought I was sunk down there and buried a lot worse than that, but I guess not. False alarm. Let's just keep going away at this, and I should probably go ahead and set that worker up on another field. We're getting pretty far along here. 31,823 liters of stones here. I don't know exactly what the value is on these stones or how much the value of the lime will be once it's made, but I'm pretty excited about this. It's probably not worth my time or effort. I'm going to keep it going though. We are almost full with stones, rocks, whatever they're exactly called on here. They might be called stones now that I think about it a little more. But we also got the tractor off and going on our last field for liming. Let's see if I can go ahead and touch this up. Go ahead and knock it out. I guess 50,000 liters is what this holds. I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like. Oh my gosh, I almost flipped over there. I guess I'll just go ahead and line it back up the way it was going. I mean, this actually ain't too bad as far as how much progress has been made on this field versus how much progress has been made for the worker lineman, because it's almost the same. I honestly thought it would take a lot longer on this field. No, there we go. We're out. 50,000 done. I'm going to go ahead and dump this into our production, but I'm going to turn the production off. I want to see how much we get total. I mean, it's obviously not going to be 100,000 because we're almost done with that field, but it's going to be up there, maybe 60, 65,000 liters. I want to know the exact number though. So first things first, let's go ahead and turn this off right here. I believe it has no stones in it, and it does not there. We will turn that off, and it will not use any of those stones. At least I don't think it will. Now there's one issue I've always had with this equipment here, not the stone picker necessarily, but the other one that picks up stuff off the ground. Once it got full, it would not fill up again without me having to reset it, but looks like that little test I just did there, looks like it works. So let's go ahead and put this back on the GPS where I was going up and down, and I'll keep going away at it until I got it full again, or I'm done. Most likely the or I'm done part is going to be first. Looks like I got a finished worker up there, and that is the worker that was doing the lime. Now that should all be done. Every single field I have is limed and ready to go for planting time. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it up there and not worry about it. And I'm sure it's going to bug me seeing it up there, but I'm going to go ahead and try to finish out this field instead of worrying about that. Picking up stones is almost done, and it's got me thinking a little more. I want to see how much the stone value is. I want to see how much the lime value is, but also that value really doesn't matter to me that much because what I'm doing is not selling this stuff off. I'm using it. I'm using the lime. So the real value of what I'm looking at is, far as how much money did I make flipping this field, is how much money would I have spent in lime for my field work. So I will look at all those numbers, the stone, the lime, and how much money I would have spent buying the lime. But let's go ahead and get this dumped off, see how much we got total. I can go ahead and tell you right now, 58,861 liters. I gotta do a little math, figure it out, and then I'll see y'all in a second. Now, there's a few things I need to look at as far as how much lime can be made from the amount of stone I have there. 58,861, that's not exactly an even number. So I need to figure out exactly how much 1 liter of stone makes as far as lime. And 1 liter of stone makes 2.25 liters of lime. Doing the math there, that comes out to 132,437.25 liters of lime. Now, how much exactly is that worth if I sold it on the market? Looking into the price fluctuation here, the highest one is $2,754. Now, we'll just take our 132,000 liters we have, sell it off. This is $2,754 per 1,000 liters. So let's see if I get my math right here. Basically, the easy way to do that right here is figure out how much it pays per 1 liter, and it ends up paying $2.75. Well, 75.4, I guess. Either way, we're going to multiply that by the total amount of lime we have, and that's going to give us $364,732 for flipping this field. Now, I did say I want to see how much it would save us from buying lime, but that value is obviously not going to be that high. I think I can figure it out. Let's go ahead and figure that out real quick too. That comes out to 50 cents, almost 51 cents per liter. We'll multiply that by how much lime we just created, and that comes out to $67,000. So if I was to buy this lime, that would cost $67,000. But I really like the idea of selling it off now for $364,000. Oh wow, that is a lot of money. A lot. Not going to happen. We're going to use it for the fields though. Go ahead and come in here and activate this, start making all this lime, and you know what? Just looking at the value of how much I'm going to make selling this lime, I'm really tempting to sell it off and just go ahead and buy it whenever I need it because of the values for selling versus the values for buying. I don't know. we'll decide that in a future episode because it's going to take a little while for that to actually turn into lime. Now let's head over here to this field. Don't really need to, but we need to return it. As far as return it, I mean sell it. Let's go ahead and jump into here and we'll sell it here. 33, sell for 784,753. Now I'm not 100% sure what I bought it for. I'm thinking right around that. I don't think the price fluctuates with what's on the field. Either way, I don't think they're going to value rocks at $300 and some thousand. So we will sell that. I'd say that's a pretty good flip right there. That's actually my first time flipping a field. I did mention earlier on in this series, not necessarily this season, but in this series that I was going to flip a field, but I forgot to sell it. And that, I think, is actually the field that we plant all our crops for our chickens on. So not bad keeping it. But hey, really want to thank y'all so much for stopping and watching. If y'all enjoyed this series and you enjoy this content, please make sure you check out my other videos right here.